Started.
Okay, Kukanaka. Let's see what Kukanaka is playing here. Your move. Okay, starts off with e4. Let's see, I played a Sicilian recently, so let's just play e5. Ah, King's Gambit. Okay, let's take it. Let's take that pawn and see what we get. Mainline King's Gambit. And the bishop move. Yeah, that's one of the main moves there. Let's see, what do I play here? I think you need to play a move to keep the knight out of the e4 square. The knight on e4 is kind of annoying in this particular position. Then I like to protect the rook and play a6 here. If he hasn't played a4 to push b5. I mean, I'm sorry, I've got this all wrong. White will often play h4 to force g5, kicking the knight. So, but if he doesn't play that, then you can play h6, get this kind of solid setup with your pawns. And now it's possible to play knight f6. Otherwise, you can't play that because the queen is needed. The line from the queen to the g pawn is necessary. But with the bishop here, the pawn here. Okay, so knight f6, he might push on with e5. So I have to have a plan for that. Knight f6, e5, takes, I trade queens, and then move the knight to this square. A little bit risky because I don't know if the king can ever castle. Still, I like to get the knight actively posted if I can. I don't know if his move c3 was such a terrific move. So I get castled. So this is a pretty comfortable position for black out of the King's Gambit. It's all relative, of course, but relative to other things that can go wrong, this is okay. So maybe knight to c6 now, threatening knight to a5, forking the queen and the bishop. He drops the bishop back. You can play knight a5 anyway. Well, I could just go with b6. You know, the pressure on the b pawn is something to be reckoned with. Then I can play my bishop out to g4 here, perhaps trade it off for a knight. He stops bishop g4, okay. But that created a hole on g3. So knight h5 to g3, is that an idea? He's playing this, let's get the bishop off the back rank first. He's playing this in kind of an unusual way. Not doing anything, no crazy tactical sacrifices or anything like that. Now if he pushes e4, I can take, and when he takes back, his bishop is hanging. His bishop's actually loose there on e3. So he plays that way, yeah. Very unusual way to play it. Kind of a positional, a positional style for a King's Gambit. Pretty unusual. So the knight can go to e5. Knight takes, pawn takes, possible. And he has this pawn on d5, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, he's going for that. But I have a very secure king. This bishop is not doing a whole lot right now. But maybe I can just play queen to d6 and pawn to c6 and just trade this off. But then he gets a protected pass pawn. Yeah, he's playing for some kind of positional compensation. Okay, let's activate my pieces here. Knight to c4. Knight to c5. Again, hitting the queen and the bishop. Yep, and then a5 here to try and bust up his pawns a little bit. He's getting quite an armada of pawns over here on the center, and need a little space for my pieces. Yeah, if he pushes forward, that really gives me this square. But is that such a great square? Let's see. Let's bring the rook out. The bishop is the logical piece to go there. So let's rearrange my bishops. Bishop on c5 and this bishop over here on g5. Yeah, he's just going for a total clamp on the position. That's very funny. Well, it's not. I mean, it's a way to play, just not what you expect from your King's Gambit player. I don't want him to take the bishop and mess up my pawns over here. So I'm going to play queen to e7 and then bishop to c. Okay, his queen is coming over here to the king side. I have king to g7 holding on to everything. I don't see any threats here yet. I have a check here. Knight takes. Queen takes. He does have, technically speaking, he has the good bishop. His dark squared bishop and
check.
All of his pawns are on light squares, so he does have the good bishop. But well, maybe I can annoy him a little bit with moves like this. Queen here, triangulating and putting pressure on the knight. Or I can trade off his good bishop. So this leaves me with the technically good bishop. And let's see. I should have checked for tactics here. The knight here could be thinking of sacrificing on g5 or on e5. Those are pretty well defended here. How about if we chase his queen away? I guess if I move my queen, however, he might consider pushing the c-pawn. Let's see. Let's start with this bishop maneuver. Bishop to d7. Maybe I can think about playing g4 at some point with the support of the bishop and a rook on g8. So I'll move my bishop to to d7, my rook to g8, my king to h7. Oh, he wants to open something up. Okay. It's true, but well, an open line works both ways, right? I get an open line too. And, well, he wants a pawn. He gets a pawn. And I get a pawn. I missed the idea. It's a double attack. He's attacking my bishop and he's attacking my pawn on h6. Fortunately, in spite of the fact that I missed the idea, there is a defense here. Yeah. So he's kind of piling in here, right there. Let's see. Let's take another pawn. He has no check, and I don't like the knight standing there. Let's chase that knight away. He has knight here hitting my queen. Maybe that's uncomfortable. Yeah. Still, is this so bad? I'm just not really believing White's play here. He's going after the bishop. I wonder if I should give up the exchange here. I'm a lot of pawns up. Well, no, I'm just 2 pawns up. So rook takes, and then queen to g7 here. His queen has to retreat. Let's see. The other idea maybe is to move this bishop. Oh, I can't move the bishop so easily. So knight takes bishop, rook takes, queen takes. I guess there's nothing really going on. There is knight takes pawn. Queen takes, bishop takes. I think that's okay. Here, let's just activate my rook.
Check.
Yeah, I didn't think that netted him anything. Could still be wrong. There could be something here. But I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I can gang up on the F pawn, but that is defended. Let's see. Can he double? He can double. I have to take care of that. Let's I want to attack his G2 pawn here, but I don't see how to do it. Let's chase the queen away, maybe. That's one way to deal with the threat of doubling. I was talking about doubling his rooks on the 7th rank. That might be some kind of threat in this position, but it takes a couple moves, and he's got to move his queen first here. Okay, this is threatening to trap his queen with the rook to g3, and it puts pressure on the g2 point, which is what I was trying to get to. If I can pile up on that g2 square, that's a pretty weak square for him.
Check.
Oh, that's cute. That works. He's spotted my loose rook over here in the corner. Okay, so what do I want to do here? He's threatening rook here, I suppose, so I need to defend the 2nd rank.
Check. Check.
Going for a complete endgame. This is isn't easily. I can't say it's easily winning. Should be a winning endgame for black here. I have no particular weaknesses. Let's see. What's the best way to do it? Maybe bring the king up.
Check. Check. Check.
Well, he likes the sound of the word check, I guess. Now he's transposed into a definitely winning endgame. Winning for me. He's going to run out of moves here. He can't move these pawns, and if he ever moves this pawn, I just push my pawn forward, giving me a protected pass pawn. Or if his king runs to the side, I'll just wait till it's far enough away out of the square of the pawn, and then I'll push forward. Or actually, as soon as his king steps to the side, I can push forward, right? Because he's got to come back and get this pawn. And I run to the other side and get the other pawns. He's not going to give up. He's going to play it to the bitter end. Okay.
White, resign.
Okay, yeah. You can resign there. Okay, I will upload this into a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.